Okay, I don't think that it pauses and continues. I think I'm starting a new video, so I apologize so much for that. One of these days I'll grow up and I'll learn how to edit and, you know, string two videos together, but for today, that is not going to happen. So I'm just going to, don't really have a lot of soap in there, do I? My sink is not completely set up because I'm hoping to have, put those down there on the grass. My hope is to have, I got to get a washer hose to run it from my hydrant over there to here. And then I can use my faucet. Well, I'll have to put another faucet on there, but yes, that's the plan, is to have it all hooked up so I can use the sink as it should be used. And I keep bumping into you with my big hat on. Not engaging. Woo! I am so sorry for the noise. It's probably really annoying. But we're going to get these cleaned up real quick. They don't have to be perfect, but I do want to wash them out. I don't know how long they've been sitting around at somebody's farm. But anyway, we'll get these cleaned off real quick. Get some hens and chicks in them. And now I'm going to be off camera for just a minute because, let me get those leaves out of there. So I'm going to rinse all these off. I got this I don't know, I don't think they call it a recoil, but my water faucet, or my water hose, pulls back into itself. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Sorry. Here and let them dry. These will be nice. I've done this for several people, giving them hens and chicks in these enamel bowls, and they just, woo, there goes my water. And they love them. So I'm gonna do some more. Right now I gotta clean off my water hose here. Okay, so now I'm back. Here, I'll put that up there a little farther. There we go. All right, dry my hands off. Put my gloves on. We're gonna get to potting these plants. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It'll be so nice to have them on my little cart. I'm excited about that. I'm gonna plant some mums first. Let me get my gloves on. I wish I knew how to do a time-lapse video, because once I pot a couple, you're not going to want to watch me pot all of them, but I'm going to do it this way for now. And turn my potting soil around here. The red one. I want yellow in there. Put that in there. A little more fresh potting soil on there. Got fresh potting potting soil in the bottom, so it should be okay. Try to stand that up a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, okay. Get that. Bird poop on it. Okay, that is one mum down, ready to go to the... I'm not going to water them until I get them there. So, let's see, a green pot. Let's put white in that one. Yeah, let's put a white one in there. Okay. Whoops. There it goes. Okay, we can pick it up and put it back in there. Now, if you put a mum in the ground, it will come back. And I've been told these will in my pots as well. We'll see about that. But I found a nice little greenhouse over on the north side of Oklahoma City. And these were not terribly expensive. I think I paid $5 a pot, which I feel like that was a good buy. They look nice and healthy, and got lots of blooms on them, getting ready to come out. I was told to buy them where they are thick, a thick clump of them. Okay, now let's do this yellow one. I'm going to put 2 in the bigger pot, and I have one more bigger pot over there in the cart. So this one is going to get this purple color. I think it'll look pretty in that. Yeah, I think it'll look nice here. Give it some fresh potting soil. I hope you guys can see this all right. Unfortunately, you don't get to tell exactly how your filming goes until you're done with it when you film this way, but I think I'm going to get a GoPro. I've been trying to decide what kind of camera to get. Okay. Those. Now then, I'll get this big boy up here. Like I said, I think I'm going to put... I'll put 2 of the mums in this one. And it's blue. So I think I'm going to put white and yellow in here. It never hurts to hang on to your pots either. These that they come in, because you know, if you need to thin yours out, or you want to give some to another person, or you want to even start some like next spring, these will come in handy. Okay. I hope you can hear my chickens. Hope you can hear my chickens. I love listening to the chickens out here. They do really well. And we've got some ducks as well. You know, I had never eaten a duck egg until we got ducks here, and not bad. I kind of cringed at first. I was like, ugh, I don't know, because I'm not a very adventurous person, I guess you could say, when it comes to food. I was raised in a big family, and my mother kept everything pretty simple. I think because she just didn't want to mess with picky kids. She had too much of them, and she just needed you to eat and move on. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. My mother had her hands full. She was widowed at, let's see, I think she was probably 51 or 52. My dad died when he was 53, so I think she was 52. I think they were only a year apart in age. Okay. That's all I'm going to do with mums for right now. I got one more mum, but so now we're going to do rose moss. Yeah, I'm going to do rose moss. Go. I love rose moss. It's a very funny story right here. I don't think I've told it before, but if I have, I'm sorry. But when I was a lot younger, my husband, I lived on almost 2 acres, and I was putting in a flower bed and some other stuff, and my friend and I had gone out garage sailing. We came across a farmer's place, and he had a bunch of things out, just kind of out in his pasture that he was selling. And so we stopped, and because I wanted some brick, and he had a bunch of brick, and because I was making a pathway right in front of the water hydrant that was going to be used to water the garden. And sorry, had to go get my rose moss, my other box. So anyway, I saw this cool sink, and it was long and shallow. Wish I could enter a picture of it here, because I think I still have a picture of that thing. I don't still have the sink, but anyway, I was so excited, and the price of it was super cheap. And so, you know, I called my husband and I said, honey, you got to bring the pickup, because I bought a sink, and I was going to lay it along the edge of my patio, which I did. And I put rose moss in it. When my husband got there, he almost had a cow. He says, what in the world? Oh, and this guy had that sink hanging off of his tractor. You know, he had picked it up to load it in the truck for me. My husband saw that thing, and he's like, what have you done? And I said, what do you mean? He says, why did you buy that? And I said, because it's a cool sink. And he says, honey, that is not a sink. And I said, yes, it is. Look, it's porcelain, and up here is where the water goes. And he's like, that is a urinal. Oh my gosh, I just about died. I laughed so hard, and my friend did too. She just cracked up. And we just thought that was the funniest thing in the whole world. And it was. But you know what? I brought that sucker home, and I put my plants in it, my rose moss, just like this, and it lay there beside my patio for years, and I loved it. But you know what? It was always a great conversation piece. Oh my gosh, my husband never let me live that down. And of course, any man who showed up to visit, any boys, they always asked me if I wanted them to water my plants. Oh gosh, we got a lot of pleasure out of that thing. Got a lot of mileage for the guys. Good memories, right? I don't know if my friend remembers that or not. I hope she does, because that was a fun memory when she came to see me. We got that flower bed planted in the front, and it was so pretty. I enjoyed that for years. All right, peeps, we only have one more little plant to plant in a pot. Well, no, we're going to move some hens and chicks. That's right. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this video for now because I'm sure you're over watching me plant. And I'm going to do another little short video when I get it all on the cart. I might wait. I might just go ahead and wait until I have the cover on it. Just depends on if I have good luck with that darn thing today. There you go. Can you see that? My hens and chicks are going to go in this. Get all the dirt off of that. Let's see if I can get this rounded up. Put it in there. Oh, one more thing I might tell you is that, I told you I was going to go to the Master Gardener program, which I did start it, but it just was something so different than what I thought it was going to be that I decided that I wasn't going to spend any more time and energy on that. I was going to do other things because I just wasn't going to get the outcome that I thought I would get from it. So anyway, just a little update on that. All right, guys, I'll see you in a bit.